so like 2 years ago, I met J. Cole, and I asked him then, like, you know what, which artist should I listen to? Should I really like get on? And he mentioned you, of course.
Right.
And you're gonna make an album, or the album is already done, whatever it's called, Out the Sky. Can you like tell me how the synergy is between J. Cole and you, and why is it that it's gonna be an album just with him? Why him?
I don't know where the Out the Sky title come from. A lot of people have been saying that. I guess it's been like a rumor. People want it so much.
But maybe it's because you said like one day it's gonna drop out of the sky or whatever. Yeah.
Which is dope that people, you know, take their little inserts and it shows how much they like it. But I feel like he's just a dope artist, and you know, off the record we're really good partners and have like, you know, good chemistry. So I like to work with people that I, you know, actually genuinely like.
Yeah.
You know, as a person, you know. Sometimes you may not have that chemistry with certain people. Y'all may not have that same energy in the studio, but
True.
He's one of the guys that, you know, off the record, he's just a really cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be around.
Yeah, I met him and he was, I meet a lot of people and he was like a really nice, normal dude, basically. So, so you come straight out of Compton, the city of some of like the West Coast's biggest legends, and it's the core inspiration of your major label debut.
Yeah.
You quote that you want to shine a different light on the city. How do people of your city respond to the album when you're in Compton right now?
Oh man,
you're probably a god then.
Yeah, it's very also I feel very accomplished when I walk through there. So I can go through, you know, any neighborhood at this moment, and I had a respect. You know, a different type of respect, not the respect that you just get on the corner for, you know, putting in work for the neighborhood, but respect and saying thank you, know, for doing something for my son because I can't do nothing for him.
Yeah, okay,
So it's a different type of respect. So it's overwhelming. It's definitely overwhelming in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Okay. Hold on. So I'm a huge fan of Dr. Dre and of you, of course. And you have this man, this legend, as basically your mentor.
Yes.
So if you could describe Dr. Dre, because for me, I have like no idea what he really is like.
Yeah.
So how would you like describe him in like 5 words? Or if it's just 3, that's good enough as well.
Yeah,
but
ordinary. Ordinary as far as ordinary, meaning not all in your face. You introduce yourself and you respect people. That ordinary.
Yeah.
Genuine. He greets everybody in the room. Passionate.
Passionate. Yeah.
Passionate. Honest.
Okay.
He will tell you if you don't like something, when you don't like it, and how to make it better. Honest and I think genius. A lot of people throw that word around, but I've seen him work, and I've seen him press certain buttons and tune certain things and tones of voices. You know, something that I've never seen before. You know, so me being in the studio with him, and you hear my album, you can hear a lot of that. You know, a lot of them ideas. Pitch of my voice and showing how to use it as an instrument, not just be so monotone.
Yeah.
And if I can describe them,
those are 5 words. Perfect 5 words. What is the most valuable lesson that he taught you so far?
Always be in tune with the music. Stay with the music. Don't really worry about the cost of $1 because that comes and goes. If you always keep your passion for the music, everything will come behind that. Yeah. Okay.
So, hold on. Maybe last question. So, your family is a big part of your storytelling. How do they respond to that? Like, how does your dad feel with the album photos and everything? How did they say to you, like, Kendrick, what did you do now? Or like,
they didn't know what I was doing when I was acting for it, or when I put them in the studio to do this. They didn't know what I was doing. They was like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this? But then when they seen it finally came out and heard it, it was like, oh, You're kind of smart, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
How you did that and made it like that. They don't really know what it. They don't even know exactly what they were doing or how it even came about.
They just like did it for their son, basically.
Yeah, they just doing it.
Yeah.
Let me get your pictures and let me put you in the studio.
Yeah.
And then when it came out, they was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy and kind of weird.
Yeah.
In a good way. So they like it. They enjoy it.
Yeah.
The fact that it all came out. I've seen it.
Just really quick about the album cover. When it leaked, right? The Polaroid.
Yeah.
But when it leaked to me, because I have a whole blog that is around Polaroids, and it was, for me, it was like really touching, because I was like, I knew exactly what you meant with that picture, because a Polaroid is an instant moment of something, and it represents so much with a lot of words, without too much words. So my question around that is, obviously I want to know from A to Z the story behind that Polaroid being at your album cover. Why that picture?
I had that picture for so long, knowing that it would be my album cover.
Yeah.
I came up with the idea of Good Kid, Mad City, just because it was not only a reflection of who I was, but just a lot of kids that grew up in my community. There was a lot of irony in that picture. There's a lot of irony in the community. You know, see a baby bottle next to a 40 ounce next to some uncles that's in the gang culture. You know, it just really it said everything about my music. You know, you can look at that picture and not even listen to music, but just know, you know, what I was about to start talking, at least elaborate or get a feel of what I want to talk about. And that picture is me. That picture is my life. And I'm glad that I did it my way of finding that picture, you know, rather than doing the ordinary, you know. It didn't cost me nothing either. Like,
exactly.
That was a whole nother budget that I didn't need to worry about, you know, for a photo shoot. And I actually fought to get them.
I saw you telling in an interview that it stirred some controversy in the business, on the business side of the industry, but why?
Because, you know, as a new artist, you know, labels are so much in fear of not breaking through. And they question all your moves. I got a great team behind me, you know, TDE. Interscope has been great, but at the same time, as a company, Interscope have to make sure they're secure with what I'm doing. You know, so me doing that, it was like, man, okay, we're gonna let him do it, but nobody can really understand a Polaroid. You know, only me as an artist understand it, and I knew what it was gonna do, and now
I thought it was brilliant.
Thank you.
Like, really. And then the album title written on it, I was like, this, he knows. That's all I can, like, really say. And then the final question is just a random question that I ask to everybody. So, if I say Belgium, what 3 words pop in your mind?
3 words pop on my music.
Okay.
Music.
It could be
there's something about that crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to focus around that crowd. It's they love music. And energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Music, and energy.
Okay, that's good. That's perfect.
For me to come out here and them see my words, you know, verbatim, back to back, you know, that's like a great feeling, you know, to know music touch people that much, you know, for them to feel connected, you know, just by the way I'm rapping or, you know, the type of beat I use.
So right now we're like 9 and 30 minutes, and I have like 30 seconds for some new Polaroids. Okay, cool. So.
Nice lady, very nice.
Thank you. Hold on. So I want to get you some. We're gonna go there so I can have like a green backdrop. I'm sorry about your shirt.
It makes it more classic.
Okay. Yes. So basically, like last time you were a little bit sick, but the Polaroids were, like, as I said, slightly epic. I always ask like to give me like 2 different expressions. That's perfect. 1, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna put it. Could you like? Yeah. 3, 2, That's it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Like really, thank you.
Thank you.